we're gonna start with this, and we'll see where it takes us. All right, everybody. I'm horrified by what I'm thinking. All right, well, let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes.
You just created a monster.
See, the field you work in is tough, cutthroat, and unforgiving. Not just for you, but especially for your employees. In this industry, one mistake can end everything for everyone involved. So when the opportunity comes to help everyone succeed, even though it's through ethically questionable means, you jump at it. I mean, it's for the greater good, right? And
hydrate, you bastard!
The numbers
Hydrate!
grow and the dedication of
Hydrate. Oh God.
But things start to change.
Your employees keep mentioning to you that they're getting this feeling that they're being followed, and not just sometimes, constantly, by a coordinated amount of people. Even weirder, some of their private items are starting to disappear, and we're talking intimate type stuff. They're even starting to find cameras installed in places that they should never be installed.
That's
Start
fucking
hearing about
ominous.
surgeries, people changing their faces, consumers are becoming prostitutes. How do we even get there? Incidents are now starting to affect your employees to the point that some need to go to therapy. In fact, one particular incident infected one of your employees so much that they developed a fear of drinks.
Jesus Christ.
Those are good.
That camera was in a car area, so that's normal. I mean, yes, but the implication, that's what got me.
Some kind of red
Oh God.
pages stuck together. So you peel the pages apart.
Jesus. Hello, Stick.
And that's when you realize,
Beer
one,
drinks, so rabies. I mean,
this
maybe.
isn't ink. And two, that choice you made all that time ago, it was a mistake.
Hey, Stick.
Oh, wait, hold on, real quick. Yo, if you also want your name, face, or character right here, or even in a video, or one of many other benefits, consider being a patron. I mean, a lot.
Hello, Ranger.
All right, anyway, continue. All right, so before we talk about the blood,
Hope you're doing well.
we gotta talk
And
about
this is your
taxes.
boomstick,
I know
apparently.
it's a
Yeah.
crazy setup. It's 2008 and you live in Seoul. You're heading back to your apartment at 3 a.m. after a 16-hour work shift.
Jesus.
Job kind of sucks. Now, while you're on your way
16
home, your
hours?
driver ends up
Fuck.
pulling up to a red light. But right before they do, an ominous taxi cuts in front of you,
Whoa.
which is pretty weird considering you're already in a fucking car. Uber isn't
Yeah.
even invented yet. Y'all should not be this pressed for customers. So despite the really weird taxi behavior, you tell your driver to go around, in which he replies, "We can't."
Wait, what?
To your left and then behind you, two more taxis
Oh.
trapping the car at the intersection, and then two more to the
Oh,
left, and
no.
3 more in front of you, 5 more, 6 more. About 150 taxis surround you. What the hell?
When did Uber blow up?
Your chest.
If I recall correctly, I think Uber mainly blew up like mid 2010s. So like somewhere along the lines of 2012 to 2018 is when they really blew up and started being everywhere, you know?
Start to tighten up in fear, but despite it, you have to know what's going on. So you force yourself to try and
They were probably around before then at some point, but that's when I distinctly remember them being very much a lot, you know? You got shivved by a random 10-year-old squeaker on COD, so you're living the nostalgia life. Oh, damn, Ranger. Damn, that's brutal. Hey, Sadie. Because DoorDash blew up big around March 2020. Well, we all know why they blew up big during that point. COVID happened and shit went wild. Hugs to Sadie, yeah.
look past the dark tinted window of one of the taxis, and you see something pressed against it.
Tech
And
video,
that's when you
feel free to
realize
send it into the
you're
reaction
in
channel
one
on
of the
Discord,
most
Sandy, okay?
frightening things on this planet.
What? A woman?
Fucking Vivi, no. Well, kind of. Okay, but seriously, I know depending on how lonely you are,
Wow.
150 girls following you sounds like a wonderful scenario. But I assure
You're supposed to
you
graduate
that
a few months
this
later. That
is
makes sense.
fucking terrifying. See, these aren't just any women. They were professional stalkers. And I mean professional in the most literal sense I can. Because the
Damn.
passengers were paying the driver to follow and cut off these cars.
That's
and
like
one would think someone paying
some
me
crazy
like,
paparazzi
100,
then.
200 bucks a day wouldn't be nearly enough for me to break traffic laws and just barricade a driver. Well, thankfully they were paying up to
Me with my $400 DoorDash credit still there from the Great Plague of 2020. Oh, damn. Wow. Oh, you had some strange dreams last night? Oh, okay.
$600 a day, which calculated at the top rate for a week is about $4,200.
Jesus.
And for that much, okay, I might break some traffic
Okay.
laws. I might break some normal laws. Now these passengers.
You know what? That is fair. That is fair. A week's worth of work doing that shit. $4,200? Shit. Fuck. He's not wrong. A lot of people would take that money. Oh, God.
They weren't some unorganized mob. In fact, they were a lot more like the normal mob.
Oh, God.
Very organized. Like, we're talking a network. Group chats with hundreds of members.
Oh, no.
Information brokers selling flight details, phone numbers, home addresses. An entire underground economy built on one thing. Knowing where certain people would be at all times.
Oh, God.
Which begs the question.
I thought these were paparazzi, but this seems a lot more... It feels illegal. It feels illegal. Holy shit. Like, I thought these people were paparazzi, but Jesus.
Who the fuck is certain people? I mean, it's got to be
Hey,
someone
Joel.
damn important. But who the hell is important and is working 16-hour shifts? Look, the only reason anyone would follow me after working a 16-hour shift is to steal the money I just made from that 16-hour shift. Whether a politician or a CEO or even what you
After 9
traditionally
months, damn,
call
time
a
flies by,
celebrity.
Hundred.
They were a singer, an idol, in fact, a K-pop idol.
Number one, you got bitten by a copperhead and didn't see medical attention. And you had no issues. Number two, you had to go back to your senior year for some reason, even though your diploma was still valid. So you started arguing that you didn't need school anymore. You already had your diploma. That's a weird dream, huh? I don't think I have that set up, Jaeger, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
I see someone finally watched K-pop Demon Hunters.
The f is that?
It's one of the biggest movies on Netflix right
Lurking,
now.
Joel.
It came out
All right.
just last
I hope you have a
week.
wonderful night.
Is that not why you're doing a K-pop video?
Last week? You see the length of this?
I thought it
You
was
think I
default
wrote
on
this
Twitch.
whole thing in a
Nah,
week?
I have to
Oh,
set that
definitely
up.
not.
It's weird.
You could never.
Yeah, I started this at the beginning of June. Okay, you didn't have to agree so adamantly. We're talking mid to early 2000s when K-pop was still
Beckman works with
mostly a
stream elements,
Korean
I'm pretty
phenomenon.
sure. You have it on mine.
But the
Hey!
fans,
Well, I can get
they
that
were
set up
operating
pretty
on a
quick then.
level
At least with
that had
streamer
not
bot.
been seen before.
Damn.
Now, what I just said might be coming off as a little extra. I get it, especially if you're from the West and you're uninitiated with this whole
Right.
K-pop fan culture thing like I was. Fan culture in the West is also crazy.
Taylor Swift has had more stalkers than the collective amount of times Asmongold has done his laundry. Beyonce fans are so notorious that I've left the joke that I was going to say for this section blank for my own safety.
Wow.
But when making this video and I learned about K-pop, I realized it might have Western music fans beat in a different way. And that way being its intensity
Mixed with its organization.
Now, the 150 taxis should be enough to
Jesus.
prove that, but I'm just let's just lay it on thick here.
So to get a whole
I
idea
must
of
not-
this thing,
I must
put a
have
call out
missed-
on Twitter.
That it was 150 taxis as he was talking about it. 150 surrounding one guy. Holy shit. Jesus. I can't even imagine. That guy must have been terrified. Fuck. Dream Elements is a bunch of commands. You also have slots and roulette on yours. Nice. That's cool.
To see if I could get any mutuals who knew about K-pop to give me the 411 on the whole thing. And I got a reply back from a user named Kyuka who said she'd been into K-pop since she was a teen.
150 Taxi
This felt
seems
a
like
pretty
something
reliable source.
straight out of New York.
And oh boy, it was quite
NYC.
relatable.
Yeah,
like in
yeah,
the
that's
West,
true.
we want to see our artists do well typically, so you might see the occasional listening party. But in K-pop culture, their version of that is far more with a purpose.
You're getting 3 new bars of soap. One is, quote-unquote, illegally cut pine, activated charcoal, and gun smoke.
With a K-pop
Damn.
stream party, it's not
Damn.
entirely uncommon for them to stay up all night playing the music with the
Okay.
intent of getting the streams up, which I find really interesting because doing this as a fan is usually looked down on from artists and others in the West. But allegedly,
True,
this
yeah.
is a staple of K-pop fan culture. Streaming parties can go
Interesting.
on for days. Apparently. In fact, many K-pop fans in these parties set records and goals to hit so their idol can be deemed successful. Like, it's very clear that there's this more militant, intense expectation of protection over your favorite groups compared to something like in the West. And if you think that's cap, BTS's fan name is literally
Oh, shit.
Army. Literally. Like, I'm scared.
Oh, wow. Okay. So their fans are out there straight up just saying it out loud and everything that, no, we've militarized. The only thing we don't have is the guns. What the fuck? I want to know what gun produced the smoke for that song. You want smoke that smells like napalm? You love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Oh my
Of
goodness.
bees, but I'm really scared of the army, bro. Another example of this
Damn.
intense organization is stuff like fan chants. In the West, you go to a concert, you sing along, you scream, and that's pretty much the vibe. But in K-pop, companies literally release official chants for their fans to memorize. Specific words at specific times.
Okay.
And everyone is in perfect sync. This article I
Damn.
found likens it to a sports chant, which I think is pretty crucial in
Oh.
identifying how serious their
Oh no, okay. Likening it to sports culture makes a lot more sense. I was thinking along the lines of like celebrities, paparazzi culture. No, if this is being equated to sports culture, then this is a lot more intense. Okay then, Jesus. I'm hoping shotgun because fuck, does shotgun shell smell good? We've militarized without guns. Sounds like the Imperative Man has a new exterminatus target. Kinda, yeah. Holy shit. Burnt gunpowder smells good in general, to be honest. True. That is fair. That is fair. I do like the smell of that stuff. At least when I had the opportunity to fire guns way back when I was earning badges and everything like that. Now, if it comes from a rifle or pistol. Now, shotgun was the one that I was using for the most part. Occasionally, like rifle for like one thing, but I was accurate enough. I got the badge on the first try. Shotgun, I actually failed on purpose for the last few shots, so I could keep on firing them. And then also bows. I liked bows a lot. Those were pretty fun. You like smelling your pistol when you shoot it sometimes. Good snap. Oh god. All
taking
right.
this. Like, say, people in New York's
Bows
connection
don't have
to
smell yet. No, they have smell. They have smell. They smell like treated wood and various other materials. A goblin with a shotgun sounds scary. It's not as threatening as you would expect. We go flying the moment we shoot it. The recoil is a bitch. Just don't sniff the SIG P2 3D.
New York artists, it's gonna be deep. But people's connection to the Knicks?
Yeah, this seems about right.
There's a level of defense here that goes deeper than what you would for someone you just casually support. And even for when they don't support it, that gets taken mad serious.
Jesus.
K-pop fans, when they are not down for whatever an artist is doing, will organize something called a black ocean, where thousands of fans simultaneously turn off their light sticks, plunging the entire stadium
into darkness. It happened to a group called Girls' Generation in 2008 at Dream Concert. Nearly 70,000
shit.
fans coordinated to turn off their lights for their entire 10-minute performance. The members said it was like no one was even there. So why though? Why does K-pop create this level of dedication that
Holy
makes Western
crap,
stands
that
look
is-
kind of casual?
Well, it's because
Damn.
this is really the best way I can describe it. The K-pop industry is kind of K-pop idols have to go through a lot. One dating scandal and your career is over. You're caught smoking, goodbye endorsement. And the industry.
I know a little bit about this. There was this fucking South Korean idol. She's not really an idol. She works with a band that typically does performances outside of South Korea. More of an international band and everything, right? She was on her private property in South Korea with her friends in the band, and she took a smoke. And South Koreans fucking found out about that and lost their shit. It did not really affect her career because she did not actually do most of her stuff in South Korea. But they tried to cancel her online. Absolutely insane. Demo ranch has filled barrels with concrete and the pistol's still shot. Damn. This sign P230, you want to kill random spirits walking near you. Will shoot on its own, lol. This guy doesn't know J-pop and idol groups from Japan are just as bad. No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not surprised, honestly. The SIG-2 P230 is notorious for negligent discharges. You could set it down on a pillow and it will fire around. Jesus. Smoking is nasty. You gotta keep the pure image up. Yeah, that typically seems to be the case for that just generally. She was on her private property doing that shit. That's what got me. She was inside of her apartment. And they still found out. That's nuts. Also, it has fired in a holster and shot people in the legs, and you think it killed an army paratrooper. Jesus. Didn't the SIG kill a Navy officer or something? I wouldn't be surprised.
Those were your.
Yeah, that guy. I remember that. You showed me this before. I was super scared for this guy, but, like, it seems like everybody was fine in the end. Thank fuck. He was setting down the gun and it went rogue. Not surprised.
Cycles so fast that if your group flops, the labels will cut you immediately. No
Jesus.
second chances. No, maybe the next album will do better. Meanwhile, there are things like boot camps that are apparently churning out your next replacement. These idols train for years, go through rigorous auditions, and when they finally debut, they have to be perfect. Always. The standards are impossibly high, and the margin for error is basically zero.
The guy's
So when you have
reaction
an
on the left
industry
who got
that
shot.
intense,
Yeah, that guy.
you get fans who match that energy, kind of because they have to. Think about it. If your favorite idol could lose everything from one mistake, if their group could be disbanded after one bad album, you're not just casually streaming their music anymore. You're organizing streaming parties, staying up all night to boost numbers, mass voting, defending them online like your life depends on it. Because in a way, their career does depend on it.
Oh,
and this creates what was explained to me as a super extreme halo effect. The idols become these perfect beings who need protection at all costs. And when you're doing all this for someone literally fighting to keep them employed, that relationship gets parasocial quick. And if you think I'm capping, there's literally data.
All right, ad break, everybody. We'll take a moment. Let everybody do their own thing. If they don't have a sub or anything, we can just chill out for a moment. And then we'll continue once the ad break is over. Glad it's only happening... No, that's 20 minutes in. Damn. All right. Wow. All right. Well, I guess I'll just wait. Silently. Alone. For the most part. I think Jolt's lurking somewhere. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me set music up real quick. There we go. Let that play. Charcoal soap says it smells like mischief and shenanigans. You has no ads. Hey, nice, Jaeger. Bum 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 bum. Hoi! Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Alakablam. Yes, Sandy, Alakablam. Alright. Ad break is finishing now. And we will continue in just a moment. And I'm pressing play. Sounds like your faulty court 1911 when it popped around straight into your foot after you holstered it. Jesus. Alakabarf. Oh man. That's rude. That's just mean. Oh well. It sounds painful, Jaeger. Alakabarf sounds painful. Alright. Starting now.
To prove that. So upon looking into the fandom, a researcher named Lee Unkel?
Struggling a bit?
Ugh. Look, man, I'm not trying to sound away. I'm just historically bad with the pronunciation of some names, especially if they're non-Western typical.
Oof. Good luck.
What do you mean, good luck?
Well, considering you're talking about K-pop, Korean pop.
Oh. I just like to say
Oh,
that
he's
I'm
fucked.
not racist. I'm just not good at sounding things out. Okay, anyway. A researcher studied K-pop fans from 2014 to 2017, interviewing 277 women in their 20s. And the findings? Being a K-pop fan wasn't just a hobby. It was part of their identity. Terms like
Right.
worshiping idols came up, and liking idols was described as
Oh.
part of their everyday ritual process. So it's clear that the
dear,
K-pop
okay.
fandom, due to its industry setup, is naturally
Hello,
going
Pika.
to be intense, which sucks because in every fandom, there's toxic people. So when the toxic people are this intense, we're following people 150 taxis. And what's even worse is that that's not some random escalation. That is just the inevitable result of what this situation has caused.
Jesus.
In fact, maybe more so than most would think. See, back in the 90s with first generation groups like Hot and God, fans camping outside dorms wasn't really seen as problematic. In fact, the agencies managing these idols encouraged it. They leak information about where idols would be, probably because they wanted the crowd, the chaos, the obsession. Why?
Oh my god, this entire thing is because the managers and the companies were just like, "Oh, this is fine. We're just amping up our guys. They're all going to make so much money. We'll make money by proxy as well. Everything will be fine. Don't have to worry about it. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it." Jesus Christ. Oh god. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody probably did get hurt. Jesus. All right, pause that. We'll check that out in a bit.
Because more fans meant more buzz, and more buzz probably meant more money. And in an industry where you
animations
could be
from Narissa's
cut at
birthday
any
live
moment,
yesterday.
having
Nice.
obsessive fans was proof you deserved to keep working. So by the time we get to TVXQ in the mid-2000s, you got 150 taxis following them on any given day. To the point where members are saying
Jesus.
they're getting phobias of taxis. In fact, one of these stalkers had gotten
That's
so persistent,
every single-
so annoying one day,
Jesus.
that one of the group members, Chongmin, decided he felt like Light Yagami.
This is the first time in my life that I've been provoked to hit a woman.
Jesus
And this is all
Christ.
caught on camera, by the way. He gets out of the car, grabs her, and drags her
Holy
out of the
shit,
taxi.
dude.
And I bring this up because this and other incidents like this was the moment
God,
that
not
people
like-
realized
yeah,
that this
yeah.
type of behavior was happening so often and so intensely that we just needed a name for it. And that's when the term
Sasang?
Oh boy.
I think that's Sasang, right? Sasang.
You want me to ask Care?
No, I got it.
The one edgy anime character I actually hated. No, that's fair. That's fair. I preferred L for obvious
This
reasons.
does not bode well.
Saw
Not L. Was it L?
created. Saw meaning private and sang meaning life. Fans who invade
I can't remember.
private life. And now that we got a word for it,
Sausage,
if you
not raw.
thought the taxi situation was rock bottom, bro,
You had a crush on L?
you
Nah,
have
that's
not
fair.
seen anything yet. So post these incidents, the term sasang has now
Autistic
been
detective.
a true
I
proper
mean-
thing in the K-pop community. It also kind of led to sasang behavior getting
To be fair, he used process of elimination to determine who Kira was within like what? A day? He's pretty fucking good. He's pretty fucking good. Why you just keep saying sausage? What? Season 1 Death Note was good. Season 2 was garbage. Eh. Sounds like my kind of person. Yep.
Aggressively and progressively worse. So let's walk through
Oh,
the
you were saying sausage, but you kept on auto-correcting to sausage. Oh, that was funny.
timeline of Sasang behavior, inevitably leading to one of its most formative incidents. And by timeline, I mean the this weird,
Jesus.
weird shit I've ever seen in my.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit.
I feel like a lot of people will say stalking and being this parasocial
Emotional
is very
damage.
unemployed behavior.
Thank you,
But I
Jaeger.
argue that
God
it can be
fucking-
employed, and when it is quite worse. In 2017, Brave Entertainment, a Korean entertainment company that had K-pop idols under their label, noticed something was off. Personal information about their solo artist, Samuel, kept leaking.
That is literally a normal Western name.
I don't know, man. Schedules, personal photos, insider information that only staff would know. At first, they thought it was a hack. Maybe someone bought information
Right.
from disgruntled employees. The truth
Fair response.
was much worse. The leaks were coming from inside the company. Now, look, leaks
Oh.
happen at companies all the time. At worst,
Oh,
it's usually someone
no.
who's just disgruntled about their job, and at best, someone just forgot what they said was under NDA. But the problem is that these weren't just employees selling information. See, if you look, there's a thread on Twitter. As some fans were doing some investigating about the leak, and during
Right.
said investigation, the full picture emerged. Two of the employees at Brave Entertainment were former Sasang. In fact, they were notorious
Oh.
ones of a group called K&K. One of them, known as Pink Hair, had a whole resume of stalking, like how she used
Jesus.
to camp outside K&K's building, or she'd cried fan signings to make the members uncomfortable, or bash them on anonymous Twitter accounts. Homegirl had an extensive resume, so in order to flesh it out, made a real one. Pink Hair ended up
Damn.
applying for Brave Entertainment's marketing team and got on. And turns out, unemployed behavior is far more effective when you're employed. Fans reported seeing her at music shows where both Samuel and K&K were performing, and where she was supposed to be
Oh, God. That's so potentially destructive. Holy crap.
doing her work supporting Samuel.
okay.
Instead,
I wanna see the rest of
she
this
was in the audience cheering for
information-wise. What the
K&K. Beyond that, she was giving Samuel showcase tickets to her friends, using her staff privileges to get closer stage positions, and allegedly uploading personal photos of Samuel to her own Instagram, all while also running a fan site for K&K. Now, after about a month of fans
So she was using them to enrich herself while simultaneously doing so that she could continue to be a K&K fan and use the money she earned from enriching herself with their bullshit, that at least she wasn't doing weird shit. Fair. She was just doing sketchy shit, not weird shit. There is a difference. It's not quite the escalation I was expecting, but the fact that she got hired on just so that she could use her former stalking capabilities to stalk them so that she could get more stuff for K&K and so on and so forth. Kind of wild.
was in the
Continue.
situation with receipts and witness accounts, Brave Entertainment finally acted. And on September 4th,
Okay.
2017, they posted, "We've taken measures to have them resign. Two of them
Right.
have been fired." And the
Makes
reason I brought
sense.
this one up first is because this wasn't an isolated incident. Songs have been doing this for years, getting jobs at airlines to see flight bookings, phone companies to track calls, credit card companies to monitor purchases. Bro, they're going through the entire hiring process, background checks, orientation.
Motherfucker, they're in the entire supply chain. What the fuck? Holy shit. Getting hired on at airports just so you can monitor their comings and goings from the country. What the fuck? Holy shit. This is why I'll never go to K-pop nor J-pop concerts. I'm worried it would become a march of COD zombies, only I'd be armed with a folding chair. Bury this filthy stad. Oh my gosh, yes. Holy shit. The one that got me, the one that sent me, honestly, was the credit card company one. So that they can monitor purchases of these idol groups. That's terrifying. That's so fucked.
Bro, they're writing cover letters so they can just get closer to people. I don't even want to write a cover letter to get a job. I don't.
This sounds
Let's talk
weird,
about
but
what happens
paparazzi
when you
do
get
the
a bit
same, to be
more,
honest. I mean, to an extent. To an extent. Some paparazzi do take it too far, but they do have the official paparazzi job. They don't necessarily get hired onto these other jobs just to do this crap, you know? But, like, these people are willing to get these jobs, get paid at these jobs, do these jobs normally. Except when it comes to the idols and anything relating to them information-wise. In that case, they just scrape information and get all that good shit, as far as they're concerned, and just put it in their information network. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You know? Most of them are independent and sell pics and stuff like bounty hunters. Yes, exactly that. Yes.
Creative with it. All right, picture this. It's 2012. You're Park Yu-chun from the group JYJ.
Don't think paparazzi
formerly
would be this
TBS.
parasocial.
And you've been
Yes,
doing this
yeah,
for
exactly.
8 years at this point.
Smells
You know
like
the drill.
weed
They
outside
follow
for you,
they
Jaeger?
came outside your
Jesus.
building, try to touch you at airports, you know, the whole shebang. But
Right.
lately, something's felt different. Every time you come
Wait.
home, you get this feeling like you're being watched, even in your own parking garage. Your private, gated, supposedly secure parking garage. I mean, security's limited,
Wait.
but no one should be back here. But it's not like you have any security cameras set up that could check anyway. So you start doing this thing where you hide behind concrete pillars, peek around corners, and scan the garage before making the dash from the elevator to your car. Your friends probably think you're paranoid. Hell, you think you're paranoid. But you check the garage and nobody's there. You make it to your car, everything's fine. Just your imagination, right? But this
Wait. I
feeling-
thought he said there was no security cameras in the parking garage. Where did these camera photos come from? He said there was no security cameras in the parking garage.
feeling goes on for days, weeks. It's a feeling that never really goes away, but nothing ever happens. No one's ever there. You're safe in your own home. Except, remember when I said there were no security cameras in his private garage?
Wait,
Yeah,
Oh, God.
wait.
yeah.
So, where the hell did the images I'm showing you now come from?
Jesus
well, on July
Christ.
10th, 2012, the answer to that question appeared on Korean online community boards. Some Sasangs had snuck onto his property and installed their own CCTV systems in
What the
his
fuck?
private parking lot. And in fact, they
Jesus. What the fuck? Danny Radcliffe once wore the same outfit for a month to piss off paparazzi. No, I heard about that. That just made me laugh. Dang, that just reminded me you're dead sober right now. You don't have a silly cabbage. I'm less dank. Oof. Damn. You live next door to a small bar, so it kind of gives at random smells what'll happen. Nah, true. Slenderman. Wait, no, wrong incident. People suck. Yeah, honestly, holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen people this parasocial before, lol. Fucking crazy ass people. Yeah, this is terrifying. Oh my god. Like, no wonder he's paranoid about this. Like, he's subconsciously seeing the camera lenses, but he doesn't realize they're there. That's why he feels like he's being watched in the moment, you know? And that's That's terrifying.
They were so proud of this accomplishment that they uploaded the footage online like it was some kind of trophy or something. Every paranoid moment, every time he hid behind a pillar, every cautious peek around a corner, they were watching all of it.
We're always watching you, Gep. We're always watching.
What's crazy though is that a month or so before
That's not
this
terrifying
incident,
at all.
he opened up the interview about how he felt about sauce eggs.
It's really hard to understand them anymore. I've tried for years to understand them and accept them as part of the fandom, but I honestly do not believe they are true fans.
I'm gonna go out on a limb
fair,
here and
that's
say
fair.
this
Holy
probably
shit.
didn't change his opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, surely this isn't going to get any worse.
I'm under your bed. Ah.
On January 20th, 2014, a message
K-pop, J-pop, and VTubers have some of the most parasocial communities in most cases. They don't even foster the community, it just happens. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. It's just kind of wild to think about how terrifyingly involved this situation is for that, you know? Like, he had to go through multiple stages just to gain access to his garage. Like, it's quite possible they were part of the construction crew that built the building. Like, it's quite possible that that was the case. And that's terrifying. Holy shit.
message appeared on some social media, and it was an advertisement for the selling of some clothing.
Or the people knew other people who worked on the garage.
And not
Yeah,
just any
exactly.
Underwear, used underwear.
Wait, what?
Oh, but don't worry, it wasn't used by the seller or anything.
On the post, the seller wrote, "I am selling the underwear of Do Kyung Soo." That's Dio from EXO, which was one of the
Okay.
biggest K-pop groups at the time. Now, you might think this is just some scammer trying to make a quick buck off some gullible fans, you know, selling some fake merchandise. That type of shit happens, right? But then the seller has some details that might make you rethink it. "I personally got it from their dorm. It was extremely hard for me to obtain. You don't believe me? There was a couple of hair strands on the underwear that you could test for DNA." Ugh.
What the hell?
I'm saying, because who steals someone?
What are people supposed to cross-check the DNA with to make sure it's really his underwear? She easily could still scam buyers.
Priorities on this one. What the fuck? Weirdos. Ew. Yeah. Holy shit. In the words of the great frog named Kermit, stay strapped with the thunderclap so no silly goose gets feisty. Yeah. Holy shit.
It's disturbing where your priorities are.
What's even wilder is that she gave them such a thorough examination that she realized there were pubes on them.
Well, if you're
I
gonna
got
go
nothing
through
for
all
that.
that trouble,
Holy
you
crap.
might as well take a good look at them.
And in the ad, she had them up for sale. And she was selling them for 100,000 Korean won. About
Oh.
$94.
That's actually surprisingly cheap. It was not. Yep. I'm done. No, that's fair.
I'd buy them.
What is going on with you today?
No,
Holy
not
shit.
for me. But if she's selling them at that price, this is just an
That
investment.
sent me to the shadow realm.
Cannot buy the
No, that's
dip
fair.
of
Yeah. Oh my
dirty
gosh.
underwear.
Wow.
But they weren't done because this wasn't just a one-time theft. I also have socks. I'm going to go next week to get Sehun's underwear if you want to reserve it. Now, look
I'm
at it. I will say that
sorry?
again. Reserve.
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 We are pre-ordering niggas drawers now?
Bro, she even had a business update for disappointed customers and said, "Look, I cannot get through EXOM's."
She said
thorough
she would buy
security."
the
Bro, she had a
investment
whole
law.
catalog of underwear, socks, individual strands of hair, all stolen from their private living space and all
What the
for
fuck?
sale to the highest bidder.
Oh my god. That is horrifying.
Meet,
Holy shit.
Rion, who is, and really remember this, 15 years old when she started following Suho from EXO. Just a Japanese teenager with a crush, right? Well, if we're saying it this deep in the video, you know it's gonna be some.
Oh
There
no.
was a difference between Rion and the typical Japanese high schooler girl.
Now all they need is to sneak in the room and pull a tooth while he's asleep. Insane, Melanie, telling you. Mabel. Honestly, a little bit. I can see that. Nah, we need to round these fools up and send them to Area 51 because they ain't human. Mabel Pines. I mean, she does look remarkably similar to Mabel Pines. With the way that she's looking right now, honestly. You're not wrong.
loved idols. Again, 15, I don't know how, but she had money. And a lot of it, apparently. And a
No, you're
plan.
saying Mabel
Sometimes-
stole her boy band group? No, that is true. Fuck. Mabel Pines and Gravity Falls straight up stole her boy band group. Oh my gosh, yes. Mabel Pines would 100% stand. Yes, exactly. Holy shit.
During interviews, K-pop idols would talk about their ideal type when asked, like what traits they're looking for in someone they want to date. You know, it's usually vague stuff like someone who's kind or like, someone with long hair, standard celebrity stuff. But Rion, she took notes, detailed ones, and really applied them and got plastic surgery. Homegirl got multiple procedures to transform herself into Suho's stated ideal type. When you let that sink in, a teenager surgically altering her face and body to match what a celebrity said in an interview. But the surgery was just the beginning. Ron became basically
Jesus
Suho's
Christ.
shadow. She'd wait outside practice rooms, follow him through airports, try to grab his arm in public. She even ran a fan site taking photos of him constantly.
Now that
and
is
this
weird.
isn't just
Yeah,
some random
yeah.
fan, okay? She became infamous throughout the community, to the point where people said if there was a picture of
She went to fan sign today to stalk Suho, but the other fans started to bully her. Oh god.
Suho, there's a solid chance Rion
Well,
was in
I
the
was waiting for the
background
Barbie girl to
somewhere.
pop up.
But
True.
it gets worse. See, at
Pretty sure this
KXO's
whole thing is weird,
2015
lol.
concert
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Manila,
Holy crap.
Rion showed up in the front row, and she had a sign.
You surprisingly knew about this chick? Really? I mean, that is fair. She seems like somebody that would have ended up being in the news based off of what's going on here.
And signs before, and often they'll be a little out of pocket, like bark for me, I would sell my family for you, you know, stuff like that, right?
Right.
Hers said,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, that's what she held up at the concert in front of thousands of people. In fact, there's a video of the moment Suho saw it, and you can see him
this
looking
poor
into
guy.
the crowd,
Fuck.
seeing something, and his whole demeanor changing. When Chen, another member, tries to comfort him, Suho brushes his hand away. He's clearly visibly angry and upset.
Jesus.
Bear in mind, Suho
Excuse me?
was in his
Yeah,
mid-20s.
yeah.
Rion was
Holy
16, a minor holding up a sign asking an adult to, and she's still around to a degree and has a social media
Jesus
presence.
Christ.
Since apparently she's moved on, but Lord help whoever she's moved on to. And honestly,
Agreed,
there's a lot
but
more than
damn,
just that stuff.
fuck.
There's quite literally a whole catalog of nightmares, like the Sasaengs who shaved their head and dressed as men just to follow male idols into the public bathroom, or the no pants Sasaeng who went up to BTS at the airport wearing, well, take a wild f***ing guess.
Speaking of no pants, some Sasaengs apparently
These people need, like, I'm sorry. I feel like BetterHelp would make a killing in South Korea because all these people need fucking therapy. Holy shit. Oh my god. Also, why aren't more of these people in jail? This feels like jail-worthy offenses at this point. I get that they don't... BetterHelp was a scam now. Is it a scam? I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I would be disappointed. They need to go to North Korea. Maybe not that. Maybe not that. Yep, and this is why I stopped watching K-pop. Stalking drama long ago. It just doesn't feel good. Yeah. Holy shit.
resorted to prostitution in order to keep up their little hobby, or that time.
No, that one makes sense, honestly. That one makes the most sense out of the lot. Even if it is depressing to think about the whole prostitution thing. Jesus. They need the emotional support. M79. It's the only way to erase this problem.
In 2006,
Probably, yeah.
the fan gave TVXQ's Yuho a drink
Jesus.
laced with
Super
glue.
glue? What?
Not to victim blame, but
Baby, please.
okay, to do a little victim blaming.
Oh, and I feel like
Emma
this
Watson
video's been
has
leading
got her
one
license
particular
suspended.
way the entire time.
Oh
so
yeah, I
let
heard
me-
about that. She and the lady who played the flying instructor. For some reason, they both got their license is suspended. Super strange.
Clear that up
Got
now.
some fresh
Remember
powder.
at the beginning.
All right, we'll grab that too while we're at it real quick.
Better help. What do you do?
Oh, okay. We'll check that out in a moment. I'm curious
Beginning when
now.
I said the most frightening thing ever was a woman. There is one thing even more frightening.
A man.
A man.
I was gonna say.
For example, the time in 2020 when a Sasaeng found an idol's location by zooming into a selfie and analyzing the train station reflected in her pupils, and then showing up
to assault
Oh,
her. And then
God.
there's stuff like, oof, bro, Josh?
Who is this guy?
Honestly, that's I might say
I don't
that
know
one
who
for
this
a whole other
is.
video. Josh, bro? Oh. But to me, there was one incident that stands above them all. One that became legendary, not just for what it
You're correct. BetterHelp has been exposed as a small scam. More, it's been shown to just a crap company who cares more about money. Sounds about right. Unhinged fans, not wrong. Yeah. Really thought he was going to say child and not man. No, that's fair. That's fair. What is this? 44-minute video. We'll check out that
It
a little
was,
bit as well.
but for what it started. Because in 2009, the competition for Idol's attention reached a breaking point. Because someone was about to change the Sasang game forever.
So I ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. But first niggas gotta find me. What's 50 grand to
The
a
letter.
motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me?
Boom.
Oh,
November
this
20
is the chapter talking about the title of the video. How one girl traumatized an entire industry with a love letter made of her blank blood. Okay. You also sent your ours to reaction channel.
2009.
All right.
A date that lives in K-pop infamy. All right, picture this. You're Ok Taecyeon from the K-pop group 2PM, and you're at the height of your career. Your group just dropped Heartbeat. You're hosting variety shows.
Right,
and life
right.
is pretty good. And sure, you deal with the occasional overzealous fan.
Did you find
but
another video to
that's
send?
just a part of the job at
Fair.
this point, right? Well, it feels like that until you get a letter. Now, fan mail
just have too many.
is normal. Artists get letters all the time. Love letters, support letters, please marry me letters, written in
Right.
glitter pen, like, standard stuff. But this particular piece of mail would have ramifications on the K-pop industry as a whole because
This
guessed
video is
it was written
32
in
minutes
blood.
long.
Yeah. See, the way we even know about this isn't because Taecyeon went public with it. The sender herself posted about it on DC Insider's 2PM Gallery, which is basically Koreans Reddit for K-pop fans. Now, the letter itself was only 3 lines, and the first line is a doozy, and probably what separates
Oh,
this from
God.
any typical blood letter. I dedicate to Taecyeon my period blood letter. Pause, pause, pause. I was praying that was a translation error. No,
Oh, God.
bro. Homegirl wrote this letter.
Hey, say
in
what
her
you will about
menstrual
stalkers. Those
blood.
glitter pens be
Blood.
banging.
It was even crazier. She announced it. Like this was a selling point. Hitting it like Slab's hood.
Holy shit.
You know how much pussy blood is fitting? And also, that was the first line. Second line
She was
says,
doing a
okay,
bit of finger
Taecyeon,
painting.
you
Not
cannot
wrong.
live
Yeah.
without me. Presumptuous. But the third line is what really seals the deal here.
Holy shit.
Sprinkled with a few strands of my pubes.
Why?
Pubes are getting a lot of mileage today.
I'm saying. So when other users on DC Insights started questioning if the blood was real, homegirl doubled down. So there's only one way to prove haters wrong. Receipts. Our bro.
This is a cursed video.
I really
You're not
wish there were
wrong.
any.
I'm
As
just
she
watching it
posted
out of morbid
pictures of her
curiosity at this point. This is
blood-stained
fucked.
underwear as proof. Like I
Why?
get proving people on the internet feels good, but bro, sometimes it's not worth it. So the Korean internet
Oh, God.
collectively lost its mind.
No, that's fair. That's
Understandably
valid.
So the
Yeah.
post went viral.
We're
and
gonna start
pretty
paying
fucking
for
quick. Other
memorabilia
fandoms started
in
mocking
pelvic
2PM fans. And 2PM Gallery became synonymous with a place where
Maybe.
unhinged
Oh my
happens.
gosh.
But then, because of course there's always but then, something even more disturbing occurred. A trend. Within weeks, other idols started receiving their own blood letters. Not in pussy blood,
Jesus.
I think, but still kind of crazy. And each sender felt the need to one-up the last
I don't
one.
have
In
to try to
December
underpay, I
2009,
know.
Lee Jun from MBLAQ got a blood letter.
Oh,
But the sender,
honestly, somebody
she
just
had
might.
opinions
Holy
about
shit.
Taecyeon's situation. Her letter came with a message that said, "What's up with Ok Taecyeon's period letter? If you're gonna do one, at least do it right. How dirty? Period blood? Act your age. Your age? What age is sending blood letters?" Bro, period blood? That's so high school. Like, what? Trigger warning. She then
fuck?
proceeded to write her letter, and what was claimed was good old wrist blood, complete with photos showing her cutting herself, which is a step in the right
Jesus.
direction from the pussy blood, I guess, but that can't
Actually, menstrual blood is way more efficient for letter writing
be.
than...
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there. See, the letter to Jun
Horrifying.
also said, Lee Chong-soo,
Horrifying.
which is Lee Jun's real name, don't forget me. You are everything to me. I love you. Remember that.
Sujin. But it doesn't end there.
Nah,
And in
nah,
January
this is some
2010,
cult
a Wonder
behavior,
Girl fan decides
Jesus.
to join the party too. And she cuts her wrists and writes, "Wonder Girls come back," in her notebook with blood, and posts the photos online with the knife and wound for, you know, visible authenticity. Now, if we're doing the math at home, that's 3 blood letters in 3 months to 3 different people. It had become a legit phenomenon. Entertainment companies behind some of these
Psychotic,
idols
Jesus.
had to put out releases, like official statements, and fan sites started banning blood authentication posts, which is a real
that's fair.
term
Jesus.
they had to come up with. Agencies even threatened to
Mr.
exclude
Blood,
anyone
you
who
say,
sent blood
kills
letters
the
from all
bar.
official events, which, again, good call.
Yeah,
girl
yeah,
who
the
started
scream
this
is
whole
a
thing, when the
good
backlash
call
came,
there,
she tried to
Ranger.
backtrack.
Holy
First, she claimed
shit.
the photos were found on the internet, but when no one bought that, she said she wasn't a sasang, just overly obsessive. Girl, you sent a man
At least
your
it wasn't from a
menstrual
guy
blood with
who wrote it
pubes.
with.
You're caught. And of course, people kept attacking her. So in response, she posted what might be the wildest
fair enough, I
defense,
suppose, but
on the entire internet
Jesus.
that I've ever seen. Our country's people are too into witch hunts. I didn't commit a crime, which is a point
They would
that
need
I
a
get
black
to a
light to
degree,
read it.
and that very often when someone
Honestly,
does
yeah,
something
not
wrong,
wrong.
it gets shamed to the point where the punishment doesn't fit the crime. We talked about that a bit in the furry video, but then she added, "You should be thankful I didn't write it in shit. The more you make me
Exactly,
mad, the
yep,
less I'll
yep.
hold back."
Or hold up to
Miss,
the light.
ma'am,
True.
ma'am, be thankful I didn't write it in shit. Is not the defense you think it is. So here's what really gets
The
me about
calculated
this whole
one.
situation.
That got me.
This wasn't
that got
just
me.
one
Jesus.
fan going too far. This letter
Yeah,
created
yeah.
a whole new
She said what?
category
Oh,
of
yeah,
fan
exactly.
behavior.
Holy
Before November
shit.
2009, the worst thing Sasangs did was steal underwear and to break into houses, which, as I say now, is still kind of fucking insane. But this is some fucking summoning demons, 8th circle of hell type shit. I never thought I'd
Not
say this. I
wrong.
missed the normal stalking. A new ceiling for dedication had been established.
The fact that we unironically can say, I miss the normal stalking after this point in the video. Holy shit. What the fuck?
And that's the real horror of the story. Not just the letter
Jesus.
itself, but what it represents. Line had been crossed and there was no going back. The parasocial relationship
letter
had
looks
evolved
like
into
shit,
something
yeah.
darker. Something
why
that
someone
required
hasn't written shit, not
actual
wrong.
bodily
That's
sacrifice.
it. I'm telling Odin to
for
flood it
true
again.
devotion. There was this
Nah,
level of
nah, that's
ownership
fair,
over the
that's
idols
fair.
that the audience had that definitely went too far.
But like I was
Holy
saying
crap.
before, whose fault is that? Like, I feel like in every fandom, you are going to get people who get toxic when given some form of parasocial
We need a server
relationship.
wipe,
The way
lol.
the idol industry is
Yeah,
set up,
that's
I feel
fair.
like this kind of behavior is exasperated almost. The real
Holy
tragedy
shit.
isn't the blood or the stalking or any of this chaos, really. To me, it's the fans who are so desperate for connectivity that they'll literally bleed for someone who's also being pimped out by a system. And I don't know, maybe that's the lesson
Rewind
here.
us back to
Genuine human
2010.
connection
That's,
is only
that's
gotten
fair, yeah.
genuine human connection. No amount of blood or money or
This crap didn't
dedication
happen
can
then.
turn
Yeah,
an
yeah.
experience into a relationship.
Go back to 2010.
Even if it's with
Go back to 2010. Find the manager or managers that started trying to do this shit and just correct them of their hubris. Because holy fuck. This happened in 09, bud, and before. Oh no, it was on the timeline. Oh god.
menstrual blood.
Wow. Just wow. That was a cursed video, but it was unironically a good video. That was good. That was good. But damn, that was uncomfy, but at the same time interesting to watch, you know?